You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
Yes, Rene Young, giving herself the business, about the business. I really hope that Rene Young sees this clip here, that we clip this, that Rene Young sees this. And I do want to shout out all the people on Patreon up above and the people signing up on Patreon. It's going to be a great end of July and going into August. But let's get right to Rene Young. So Rene Young is bashing herself in a tweet that started by, I think she was maybe possibly bashing somebody else. But I do want to say this. Let's talk about the positives of Rene Young first of all. Rene Young, I hope you hear this. I hope people send this video clip to you. I hope you end up seeing this because I want you to know that I'm 35 years old. I went to school for television and radio, broadcasting. I'm 35 years old. I'm a lifelong wrestling fan since 1987. And for the last 20 years, in some form or another, I've tried the best I can to be a commentator for some kind of sport, but mostly focused on getting into wrestling. I've been trying. I'm not there. Where am I? Aside from indie promotions, calling wrestling for indie promotions. I'm not in the WWE. You are. You are, Rene. Don't put yourself down. Don't even question yourself. But I will let the people do it. They know it. You don't need to defend yourself. I don't believe. Don't defend yourself and don't put yourself down on social media, Rene. It's ridiculous. Let us do it. I don't think she really needs to defend herself. Is she very good on the Raw announce team? No, but the entire Raw announce team sucks, so it doesn't matter. Even Michael Cole. The reason for this is they are not allowed to live up to their full potential. They are overscripted just as everything else is overscripted. They are overproduced just like everything else is overproduced. Therefore, natural talent can't come through. Michael Cole did a good job announcing in the UK. Because he wasn't produced the way he is on Raw. And I understand it's a different format. I get that it has to be different. I get that there's things they need to promote, things they need to hit on commentary, some different stuff that I don't even know about. I totally understand that. But the fact of the matter is, there's no way Booker T, Jonathan Coachman, Rene Young, and whoever else they send in that third man spot is always going to be that bad. There's just no way. So eventually it comes down to the production of the show. Rene Young simply is not produced the same way when she was an analyst. By the way, Rene Young, again, if she's listening to this, which I don't think she will, but if somehow this gets to her, she literally was one of the greatest pre-show analysts, maybe the only one, to be honest, of all time. When you had people doing the countdown show or the opening show or the preview shows before, it was okay, but it always felt like announcers were doing a job of somebody else, or it felt like somebody small time was doing something you didn't like them that much. Rene shined in this position. This was similar to Byron Saxon. Byron Saxon is a bad commentator, or at least he comes off bad the way he's produced. Rene Young comes off as a bad commentator. Number one, she's produced the way she's produced. The commentary team is awful, but they could be better if they were if they were working in a different company, they would all be better. So that's the thing. So they have that little asterisk there. So when we say Michael Cole is horrible, I know that it's the way he comes off on the show, the way it's produced, the way Michael Cole is asked to be. Now, I'm not a big fan of Michael Cole, but what I am a big fan of Michael Cole is his professionalism, the fact that Michael Cole works his ass off. Nobody even understands how Michael Cole works his goddamn ass off. And Rene Young is the same way. She's in a position of failure because right now as a commentator, she's like a 3 out of 10. Now, she may be learning, but quite honestly, Rene Young could learn everything and be the best she can be, and she'll still be nothing but a 5 out of 10 on commentary and this commentary team. Perhaps in a different company, she could be a little better. But on the pre-show, as an analyst breaking down wrestling, it felt real. it felt like Renee Young was really talking about stuff. Tonight we're going to see Shinsuke Nakamura facing off against Kevin Owens in a feud that's been going on for months. Kevin Owens says this guy says that, and tonight it's going to be settled. Booker T, you've been in a lot of matches like this before. Booker, tell us what it's going to be like in there for a guy like AJ Styles versus The Undertaker. The Undertaker is a legend, a phenom. He's mythical. He can do all these things that are unexpected and sometimes almost supernatural. Mind games. But AJ Styles really has the athleticism. Is this going to be a type of thing that AJ Styles wants to keep up the fast pace? Or blah, blah, blah. And then like Booker T would respond, and she was so good at that. Like we had a female analyst here in Boston for the Boston Bruins for many years called Catherine Tappan. She was phenomenal. When they first brought her on, I gave her a hard time. I was like, man, they hired a female to do the hockey analyst. Does she really know hockey? I actually said that to myself, and a lot of other people did too. I was like, because she was very, very, very beautiful. I was like, wow, this girl must have, all these preconceived notions. This girl knew hockey, though. She knew hockey so well, and she was really good. And also, it didn't help that we all loved the guy that came before her. We enjoyed the guy that used to be there before her. So when he was actually fired and they brought her on, it was kind of like, ugh, what are they doing? I felt the same thing at first with Renee Young. I was like, what are they doing bringing Renee Young on and trying to go for this like football analyst thing? I don't know if this is going to work, but she was great. She's one of the best ever. I can say that. In this era right now of WWE where it kind of sucks, where everything sucks and really blows, to be able for me to say she's one of the best opening or pre-show or interview analysts that we've ever seen in WWE, she's on the list for me. And guess what? She's in the company right now, but she's not doing that. She's in the company right now. She's not doing that. She's on commentary. It doesn't make sense. She's only there because of some weird agenda that they wanted to tout that they have a woman on the announce team. And I think they do like her. So she's there. She has earned the right for a pay raise and a job promotion. That's no doubt. But it shouldn't have been on the commentary team. That's not her fault. That's like putting me in a position that I'm not good at. You know what I mean? When my strengths are somewhere else. That's like saying, Joe, this whole YouTube thing and this commentary thing and all these things are great, but you really should be a singer in a band, Joe. And you guys have heard my music stuff. It's not that great. It's like I can kind of do it a little bit, but it's not really that good. It's all right, but it's like a 4 or 3 out of 10. Other people may not be able to do music stuff at all. 0, 1, 2 out of 10. I might be able to hit a 4, maybe with some stuff, maybe. But I'm a tryhard. It's a hobby. It's a fun thing to do on the side, kind of, but I'm not that good at it. It would be like saying, yeah, you know what? Go do that. Don't do commentary. Don't do podcasting. Don't do radio stuff. Just be in a band, Which what I would say is down my talent tree, and that's how I feel about Renee Young. She is in a losing position. It's not her fault. I don't blame her. She's really is, but she's pretty good. That's the thing too, is she is pretty good. But again, it's just horrible right now. But nobody should bash Renee Young for this. This doesn't represent Renee Young. That's the thing. If you say, "Hey, what do you think of Renee Young?" Again, I tell you, one of the best analysts in the WWE of all time. She's professional. She looks great. She enunciates well. She knows her stuff. She's able to carry a conversation, I think. But as a commentator, she's not very good. And the commentary team itself is not very good. So it doesn't matter. So she's being utilized in the wrong way. Somebody criticized her because she criticized something first, and I don't know what the hell that was. I got to go try to find out what that was that she originally said, because she did. She originally said something, and then this whole thread broke out. She might have deleted it, to be honest. Yeah, I think she deleted it because I don't see this. But anyway, I can't find the other comment, but This is what she said. Here's the truth. I'm not great on commentary, but it's my job. I try to get better at it each week. People tell me how bad I am as if they think I'm great at it. So should I just quit? What would that say about me? Not easy to learn a skill in a gigantic global TV show. I agree. That's why she shouldn't be there. I don't think she should be there. That literally tells me that she shouldn't be there. And listen, I'm a little bit angry. I'll admit it. You guys have heard me. I'm a salty bastard. I've worked for years at independent commentary. I've called hundreds of matches for legends, for big-time wrestlers, for wrestlers that are now signed with Ring of Honor, wrestlers that are signed with WWE, wrestlers all around the world. I have done commentary on so many matches for so many years, and all I want to do is be a WWE commentator. What am I supposed to say when I'm watching the WWE and I see somebody like Rene Young who barely knows how to do the commentary position job, and I'm sitting here in my fucking basement? It's going to be aggravating. It's going to piss me off. I don't blame Rene Young, though, because, again, Rene Young was put in this position because these guys are knuckleheads. Can I do a better job than Rene Young as a third-party commentator, even on this crappy 2019 WWE-style commentary team? Yes, I believe 100%. I can do much better than Rene Young. There. Could I do a better job at commentary than Rene Young's done as an analyst in the WWE? I don't know. I'm not sure, because she's damn good. She is damn good. So that's how good she is. That's how damn good she is. So if anybody in the future wants to criticize Rene Young, just remember this. Put in the good with the bad. If you're going to tweet at her or tweet at somebody and say, God, Rene Young annoys the hell out of me, remember to also write, but she was amazing as an analyst, and I don't understand why she doesn't continue to do that position, or why she can't do backstage interviews too, because she was really good at that. I prefer Rene Young way more than anybody else. Charlie Caruso irritates the hell out of me. Rene Young is a sweet, real person on the mic. Charlie Caruso irritates me. And again, I don't even blame Charlie Caruso for that, because I think Charlie Caruso would be a good NFL reporter, NBA reporter, news reporter, whatever. But in wrestling, I don't like Charlie Caruso or whatever her name is or anybody else. But Rene Young somehow pulled it off. And that's the great thing about Rene Young, is she really is very, very talented. But as a third-person commentator, she's at best a 5 out of 10, and that's not her fault. It's the company's fault, because the company continues to put people in failing positions, because that's just what they like to do, fail. Not enough people in the seats, not enough people watching the show. Nobody wants to watch the show. Nobody wants to go to the shows. It is a failing mentality right now in WWE. My name is Joe Cronin, and I'm going to be live tonight with my gaming stream. It's Sunday Night Gaming. I hope you guys join me back here in about an hour or so, a couple hours. I'm not really sure if I'm going to go live at 9, 10, 11. Haven't figured it out yet, but PUBG is on the table for me and D-Moon, maybe, and Troy, possibly Leah even, and a couple other people that are going to play with us tonight. So it's going to be a party, as always, on Sunday Night Gaming in just a few hours. What did you guys think of everything I said about Rene Young in this situation? Leave it in the comments down below, and please let me know what you think. And no need for the Joe's salty about commentary, because that's very, very obvious. And it will continue to be obvious until the day I die, and I didn't get to live my dream of calling wrestling for a major wrestling company, because I will die a shallow, angry, unfulfilled person when that realization comes to fruition, which it may by the time I'm 45 years old and I'm sitting there staring at a wall realizing that the thing that I worked my entire life at since I was a little 4-year-old with a tape recorder and a microphone, turning the volume down on wrestling and pretending to call the matches and stuff like that, all of that was for nothing. And sometimes dreams don't come true, but sometimes nightmares do. And Rene Young on commentary is a nightmare. But she's a lovely person. Leave it down below in the comments for me, please, and we'll talk about it. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new. Hit the like button if you like. Share this everywhere. Share this to Renee Young. Share this to WWE. Let them know that we really do love Renee Young, despite the criticism. It's not her, it's them. And that's about it. Here's some other videos you guys might have missed popping up now on your screen. Check those out. I'm Joe Cronin. Hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPod on Twitter, or email me, joecroninshow@yahoo.com. All the contact information in the description box down below, and we'll see you in the next video.